Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here. Good morning, good afternoon. We're going to be talking a little bit today about what was originally called a 7-Eleven, and then actually the 7-Eleven is a hook 11 trade that basically fails. So not that the hook 11 fails. It is a series of events that happens that where the criteria is not met. So 7-Eleven is basically trying to prove whether or not we have a hook 11 and whether or not the trend is going to continue. So let's just go over the hook 11 trade just for those of you that are unfamiliar with the hook 11. Basically what the hook 11 is saying is this. The setup is this. For an upside breakout, the current bars close must be greater than the close 4 bars before it. So I'm just going to look at one that failed, okay? So, or fails to meet the criteria, because this is something that we really want to study. So we have this close right here. Now this is a 4-hour chart, sterling yen, going back to, what date is this here? Say August 29th, 2018. So we have a close here that is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is greater than the close 4 bars before it. So therefore, the first criteria does not make it for a hook 11, because the hook 11 says the close has to be less than the close 4 bars before. And then the next bar that happens to be a breakout that is higher than all previous 11 bars before it. So it's actually 7 through 11, okay? But you can go all 11 bars before it. So since this bar was greater than the close 4 bars before it, and then this bar breaks out, this breakout is basically false. So really, we should be looking for a spot to sell this, okay? And a confirmation that this is over, okay, would be a break of this pivot here and then this following pivot here, okay? So we would be looking at this marketplace saying, okay, we're coming down to this pivot. Now, we broke it. We should be possibly going lower. And, you know, we need this pivot to break in order for it to really prove, okay? Now, but watch what happens here. Now, this is interesting. That's why I found this by accident. I wasn't like looking for this. But if I look at this close, now this is basically a hook 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. This close is less than, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars before it. Now, optimally, it would be great if it was a down close, but it's not. And, you know, this one you could say, well, why I'm looking at this and they have this close is less than 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. But this breakout, okay, doesn't happen, so the breakout should fail. No, because we're analyzing every bar, okay? So now, if we were looking at this bar here, this close is 1, 2, 3, 4 less than. Now, bang, we get this breakout. Is this close greater than all 11 before it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. This is basically saying on the 4-hour chart, there is a trend change or a shift in supply and demand, and the marketplace should continue higher. That doesn't mean you just go and buy this. You know, what you need to do is, and we'll get into that in other lessons, is like, what could we use to figure out where we should buy? Well, ultimately, you know, you should be looking at, at these pivots down here, buy envelopes, like I discussed in Tower Price. So if I move forward, like right in here is a perfect area to get involved. Now, what's that? Where would we say uncle on this thing? Well, anything that, closes below this, we have to say something's not right. But this was the signal that we should continue higher. Where? Well, you should wait until, you get a dip down. Now, you could use Fibonacci levels. You could use whatever else you want to use to get involved. But, the easiest way for us to analyze right now is the pivot points down here, the demand points. Okay, so I'm going to the left. I'm finding, support here. So support, resistance, resistance. So then from that point, I would say, okay, I can get involved here. Stop loss, close below this level, and the marketplace just, does that for us. So 142 to 147. Now that's obviously one of the greater moves, and it's sterling yen. So, you get those moves. Now, I'm going to go over some more of this because I know this is like a brief little thing, and but the main objective, what I'm trying to hammer home, is that if we are analyzing, movements, okay, and we have a series of these up closes, okay, we could look to see if we're, less than, like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, or here, this down close, 1, 2, 3, 4 is less than the close. So from this point, if there was going to be a true hook 11, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to draw a line. From this down close, where am I? Right here. This down close, 1, 2, 3, 4 is less than that. What I would need to occur is like something like this. Okay. Oop, darn it. Well, you know what I mean. Let me erase that. That's so bad. I can't even draw with this stupid thing. So I got to close here. 1, 2, 3, 4 less than the close 4 bars before. This next bar, I would need to see something like this. Okay? Greater than all this stuff here. And we don't have it, obviously. I'm just using that as an example. So here, I have an up close, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's greater than my close 4 bars before it. And it is an up close. I mean, I'd rather have a down close, and but this up here, this whole thing up here, is basically saying this is a false move. Now, it was a precursor to what was going to happen later, okay? Because the movement itself, there was something here, okay? There was definitely some great demand down in this area to do this. Big, somebody had some orders to do something, and they did, and they pushed this marketplace up. However, we had this fall back down, and we had to wait for the hook 11 basically to reset itself. One, 2, 3, 4. This close. 1, 2, 3, 4 less this one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. We don't just buy it. I mean, you could. It's not that big of a move against you, but you want to buy down by the demand points. Okay. So you got to be patient. Now, you don't always get this. You could get a big rally right afterwards, but you have to come up with your own rules. Either you're going to buy straight up, put your stop on a close below this, or you're going to be patient and try to buy at a better price down into these buy envelopes here, and then the marketplace does that for you. All right, so I'll do some analysis on some other charts and show you how you can use the 7-11 setup as a means of fading moves, and so that you can make some money, and also where you should buy things, where things, where you should say, okay, time to get out. I got to call uncle here. And, well, that's about it for this one. So thank you very much, folks. I'm glad that you joined Forex Trading Syndicate. Please, if you would like, you can also join Brains, Money, and Guts, the live trading room, and that's going to be a Telegram room, and that is, let me give you the address to that. So that's that T.me// Brains, Money, Guts live dealing room. So let me just make sure I got that right for you. If you want to join that, you can join that. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to be T.me/ Brains, Money, Guts live dealing. Brains, Money, Guts with an S, live dealing. Look forward to seeing you there. Come on in. I'll be calling some trade calls in that room. You can watch or take part in it. It's up to you. All right. Cheers.